Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are continuing on with our proportionality unit. We are going to be talking about ratios and rates this week. So we're going to do some vocabulary. Then I'm going to show you a few practice problems so that way you know how to solve them. Then you're going to do some work on your own. So let's go ahead and do our notes. Unit rates. All right, I'm going to put this in present mode. There we go. All right, ratios and unit rates notes. Vocabulary. If we know what it means, it kind of helps us solve it, right? All right, a ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. That sounds like simplifying, right? Well, that's what it is, simplifying. A ratio can be represented in three ways: part to whole, and whole to part. And we'll get more into that in a little bit. A ratio can also be written in three ways. You can write it in words using the word to or out of. So, for example, 2 to 3 or 2 out of 3. Another way you can write a ratio is with a colon. The colon is the two little dots in the middle. So, 2 to 3. And as a fraction is considered a ratio because you're comparing two things. So 2 out of 3. Those are the three ways you can represent a ratio. You're not wrong if you choose only one or use all three. Totally up to you. All right, a rate. A rate is a ratio comparing two quantities with different kinds of units. For example, miles to hours, feet to inches, words to minutes. These are different rates. Again, it is a ratio because of the word to, the colon, or it's written as a fraction form. Unit rate, a rate that is simplified so that it has a denominator or 1, its simplest form. So let's look at this example. 4,500 cents compared to 10 pounds. So if we simplify that by 10, because look, they both end in a 0, right? So I know I can divide by 10. If I divide both of them by 10, I get 450 cents to 1 pound. So that is the ratio. For every 450 cents, it equals 1 pound in this example. Okay? A proportion is an equation stating that two ratios or rates are equivalent. Remember, equivalent means equal to. So look at this example. Proportions, equation with two equal ratios. So 2/3 is equal to 4/6. If I multiply 2 times 2, I get 4. So I do the same on the bottom. 3 times 2 is 6. Look at the next one. 5/15 is equal to 1/3. If I simplify that, both of them by 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. These are proportions. They are equal to each other, equivalent. Scale factor. Let me move my face out the way a little bit. There we go. Scale factor. A scale written as a ratio without units in simplest form. So you just have the numbers, no units. You're not really comparing anything. So let's look at this example. We have two triangles. It says the base is 15 centimeters on the bigger one, and the base is 10 centimeters on the smaller one. So if we were comparing it, the ratio or the scale factor here would be 2 to 3, because when we simplified it, we could simplify them both by 5. So 10 divided by 5 gave us 2. 15 divided by 5 gave us 3. So the scale factor is 2/3 or 2 out of 3. Okay. A Wann chart. We're like, what is Wann chart? Well, it actually stands for something. A Wann chart, the W stands for the words. O is the original information. The N is the new information. This is an organizational tool for math to help you organize your information to be able to see patterns to be able to solve. For example, I have boys to girls. If I had 3 boys and 4 girls, what would be the comparison if I had 18 boys? Well, what did I do to the 3 to get to 18? I know my numbers went up, so I either added or multiplied. So if I added, 3 plus 15 would give me 18. But if I multiplied, 3 times 6 would give me 18. So I think we multiplied. So I would do the same to the bottom. 4 times 3 would give me 12. Let's look at this one. This one's comparing spoons to forks. So here's my words. Here's the original information that they gave me. 25 spoons to 100 forks. So our new information, we would have to figure out. So that's what a wand chart is. And I will also be giving you more information about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our notes, or rather our vocabulary. So let's go ahead and put this into practice. Let's stop sharing this one. All right, let's do a few practice problems with ratios. Share. Share. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're only going to do a few from here. Move my beautiful face over here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start at the top. It says, write ratios in different forms. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities. In a ratio, the values must be in the correct position. So what this means is the order. The order matters, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look. The ratio of triangles to circles is 2 triangles to 4 circles. This ratio may be written as 2 to 4, 2 to 4, and 2 over 4. Remember the word 2, the colon, and as a fraction. The ratio of circles to triangles is 4 circles to 2 triangles. This ratio may be written as 4 to 2, 4 to 2, and 4 over 2. Writing equivalent ratios. Write equivalent ratios as you would equivalent fractions. Change both the numerator and the denominator by multiplying or dividing by the same value. Keep corresponding values in the correct positions. Write 2 ratios that are equivalent to the ratio 2 triangles to 4 circles. So they said 2 triangles, 4 circles. So if I wrote an equivalent, I would say 2 times 6 gives me 12. So 4 times 6 gives me 24. On the reverse of that, I can simplify it. 2 over 4, if I divide by 2 on the top, gives me 1. If I divide by 2 on the bottom, it gives me 2. So I have 2 equivalent ratios. So let's try these 4 right here to make sure we understand. Use the picture to answer questions 1 through 4. So the first question says, write the ratio of circles to triangles using words. Look at the word 2. This tells me that this is my ratio that I need to find. So I have circles, 1. So I'm going to put a 1 right here. To triangles, 1, 2, 3. It said using words. So if I'm using words, I'm going to use the word 2. So this is my order. I'm going to put 1 to 3. That is my ratio in words. Let's look at number 2. Write the ratio of circles to triangles in 3 different forms. This one says circles to triangles. So that's the same thing it said up here. So I'm going to use those same numbers, 1 to 3. But now they want it in 3 different forms. So here's one of them already. 1 to 3. The other one was with the colon. 1 to 3. And then the last way is as a fraction. 1 over 3. So here are my 3 forms of this ratio. I'm going to just box those in. Okay, let's look at number 3. Write the ratio of triangles to circles in words. Remember, the order matters. Triangles to circles. So I have triangles, 1, 2, 3. Circles, I only have 1. And they want it in words. So I'm going to use the word 2. So 3, 2, 1. Write the ratio of triangles to circles in 3 forms. So my triangles is 3, my circles is 1. I already have the words, 3 to 1. Then I'm going to use my semicolon, 3 to 1, and then my fraction, 3 over 1. So now I have my 3 forms, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have some practice to do on your own using ratios. Remember, you can write it as a fraction with a semicolon or with the word 2. We will do some more practice tomorrow with the other things that we saw in our notes. But for right now, head to your folder and do today's assignment. See you tomorrow.